Hello, good morning, and welcome to the news at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and hits 103.9 FM in Accra, in Kumasi on Love 99.5 FM, Facebook live stream, and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Kalio FM 107.3, Akachi, Radio Max 105.1 FM, Takrady, and Rich 104.9 FM. Tamale. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, First Deputy Speaker Joe Owusu has singled out lack of proper decorum as the biggest challenge facing the current parliament.
The kind of parliament I joined, the quality of people that were in the house, the kind of decorum, even in disagreement, practically missing in this 8th parliament.
Meanwhile, minority rejects suggestions the Speaker of Parliament should be elected from Parliament.
The Freemen understand the fact that, given the peculiar nature of our democracy, our Speaker must be a non-partisan person.
And reckless borrowing and mismanagement of the economy will become a thing of the past. These and many others the NDC is promising as former President Mahama declares his intention to contest the 2024 elections.
And that the criminal destruction of our economy that Bawumia has supervised is sufficient reason to boot them out at the earliest opportunity come 2024.
In business, Bank of Ghana assures of safeguard measures to prevent collapse of banks as a result of shocks from the domestic debt exchange program. There's more on the Joy Business Report.
Also coming up, managers of BRT operations express concern over the state of 21 grounded Ayalolo buses, with 33 currently serving the Kumasi metropolis. This is Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible. My name is Mamavi Owusu-Aboagye. Details of the stories now. First Deputy Speaker Joe Owusu is accusing political parties of failing to ensure people who will behave properly are elected into Parliament. This, according to him, is accounting for the lack of decorum in the House, which he considers to be the biggest challenge the current Parliament is facing. Speaking to Raymond Akwa on the 30th anniversary of parliamentary democracy, the Bekwai Member of Parliament insisted this behavior is making consensus building almost impossible.
If you ask me, the biggest challenge that I see today representing our parliament, confronting our parliament, is lack of decorum. The kind of parliament I joined, the quality of people that were in the house, the kind of decorum, even in disagreement, practically missing in this 8th parliament. And today, the Speaker interestingly made the same observation. Probably too many young people are now in Parliament.
And that's the First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, also Member of Parliament for Bekwai, Joseph Osei-Owusu there. Now, the minority is rejecting suggestions the Speaker of Parliament should be elected from Parliament. Speaking at an event to mark 30 years of parliamentary democracy yesterday, the Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu said there is a need for constitutional review that requires the Speaker to be serving members of Parliament. Take a listen.
We need a new constitutional order that will prevent the constant increase in the number of seats in Parliament. We need a new constitutional order that will put a cap in the number of ministers of state. A new order that will ensure that the Speaker of Parliament is a serving member of Parliament and that the Parliament of Ghana does not remain as one of only 9 parliaments in the world whose speakers are not members of Parliament.
So that's the Majority Leader, Osei Mensah Bonsu. But Member of Parliament's Constitutional Committee, Roxanne Nelson Dafamakpo, said that position, being advocated by the Majority Leader, will entrench parliamentary partisanship.
If you read the jurisprudence behind this provision in our constitution, the Freemen understand the fact that, given the peculiar nature of our democracy, our Speaker must be a non-partisan person. That is why when you are elected as a Speaker who is already a member of Parliament, you are asked to resign. So this suggestion is a journey to nowhere.
Roxanne Nelson Dafamakpo there, away from Parliament. And reckless borrowing and mismanagement of the economy will become a thing of the past. These and many others are what the NDC is promising as former President John Mahama announces his comeback after picking forms to contest the flag bearership race of the NDC. Speaking to Joy News, aide of the former President Felix Owusu-Aboagye said John Mahama will soon address the nation on his decision to contest. We'll hear from him shortly, but first, Communications Director of the NPP, Richard Ahiagba, who says the former president is indecisive and has nothing new to offer.
We defeated him twice. We defeated a person twice. So is that suggesting that we're afraid of him? No, that's it. We're not afraid of Mahama. In fact, he is afraid because he can't tell whether he's going to run or not. As I was telling you, a couple of days ago, he was asked if he was going to run. He said, you don't know, you never know what would happen. I mean, if you want to contest, you know you contest. Those visions that he has, which vanquish this economy, I want them to come and repeat it. He has nothing new. That's our belief.
Communications Director of the NPP, Richard Ahiagba. We can now hear from Felix Owusu-Aboagye on the agenda John Mahama will pursue if he is elected president.
In the coming days, he will engage the Ghanaian people on a formal platform, on which platform he will outline in detail the reasons for his comeback. But even before he does that, even a toddler knows that this NPP government is simply not an option in this election, and that the criminal destruction of our economy that Bawumia has supervised is sufficient reason to boot them out at the earliest opportunity come 2024.
And that's aide to former President John Mahama, Felix Owusu-Aboagye. In a related development, former Finance Minister Dr. Kwabena Duffuor will pick nomination forms today to contest the flag bearership race of the NDC. He says his aim is to bring prosperity to all Ghanaians.
Every Ghanaian, no matter the birth of his or her circumstances, should have equal opportunity in our system to achieve whatever he or she wants to achieve. I'm not saying that. That dream will bring about prosperity and happiness. I want the NDC people to join me. We should all move forward, fix the economy, work together for the prosperity of this nation.
And that's former Finance Minister Dr. Kwabena Duffuor. Now, managers of BRT operations are worried over the state of 21 grounded Ayalolo buses, with 33 currently serving the Kumasi metropolis. The Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly has disputed claims that all vehicles under the bus rapid transport operations have been grounded. Out of the 60 buses received, 5 got bent completely on suspected arson and 1 had accident, which is beyond repairs. Branch manager of BRT Ayalolo, Samson Edu Labi, has been speaking to Joy News.
There are no plans of getting the 21 grounded buses back on the roads. Some of their tires and parts were removed. The initiators of the BRT in Ghana failed to train mechanics to fix faulty buses. Mr. Edu Labi says the Scania company is expected to help fix the faulty buses. He also seeks the permit of the Transport Ministry to auction the bent buses.
The bent buses is occupying the very limited space already we have here. So we have written to the ministry to give us permission to be able to dispose them of through public auction so that we can get that additional space and park our buses. So we are calling on the ministry to help us.
And that was a news desk report. Let's move to Tech Thursday now. And internet users are most often swarmed with advertisement as they access different websites and social media. Worst of all, they are not rewarded for viewing these ads. But some computer science students of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology are trying to change this with an app. On Tech Thursday, Love FM's Kwesi Deborah speaks with app developers Richard Ajete and Philip Alote.
My Admo is an ad blocker extension that does not only block ads but gives users points for the ads they view. They then earn points they can use to purchase products in the marketplace provided by My Admo. Advertisers can also sell their products through My Admo.
You want to advertise your product and you want people to see your ads. We'll give you, if you sign up into our system, we'll give you the chance so that viewers will see your ads and get interested in the things about your company, and at the same time to also be worried. Now, when you advertise your product, you also have the chance to sell them because you are getting your money back. For example, like I'm advertising something about let's say rice, and then I want people to know about my rice, but I also want to sell it. So we give you the chance so that you can be able to sell your product at the same time and let people buy from this product, this marketplace. That is the points that they get from viewing the ads that the advertising company, decided to post or show to them.
Love FM's Kwesi Deborah with Tech Thursday today. And with barely 48 hours to the general elections in Nigeria, its Economic and Financial Crimes Commission says it is working around the clock to prevent vote buying. The crime remains an issue of major concerns. Chairman of the Commission, Abdul Rashid Bawa, has been speaking to our partner station, Channels TV.
We hope and pray that everybody will join hands with us to ensure that dirty money does not find its way into our electoral processes, as well as those that are willing to buy votes do not have their way, because we know and we believe that once you allow vote buying as well as vote selling, it will lead to further commissioning of economic and financial crimes once that person gets to the seat.
And that's Chairman of Nigeria's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Abdul Rashid Bawa, speaking there to our partners, Channels TV in Nigeria. And that's how we end the news at 6. Our top story. There's our first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joseph Osei Owusu, has singled out lack of proper decorum as the biggest challenge facing the current Parliament. Do log on to myjoyonline.com for more news. My name is Mamavi